Touratech Rally 2025. This is the Zero DSRX. So, my first electric adventure bike. First thing you see, dash. Actually, first thing is seat height. It's super low in the standard mode, so I've got both feet flat on the ground. And the other thing that's crazy about this bike that you notice right away, it is 550 pounds on paper, but it doesn't feel like it. It does not feel like it. All the weight is like super low down on the bike, so you can lean it way over. So the screen, easy to see. It's kind of got that not super shiny, kind of a matte texture to it, so it's super easy to read. It's also probably pretty dusty after riding these all day, but I'm astounded at the low seat height and the way the weight feels on this because all the battery is so low down. I've never ridden an off-road. It's been a long time since I've even ridden an electric motorcycle. This is probably the second one I've ever been on, so this will be a unique experience. I'm excited to see how it feels on the limited off-road that we'll do. The bars are like really far away. That's interesting. So I did stand up on it a bit and it felt pretty good. Yeah, I like the standing position more than I like the seated position. The windscreen is adjustable on the fly. This nice burly knob. That's nice to see. So let's put it up for the on-road portion and see what the buffeting feels like. And this is the big batteried adventure bike, the one from the BDR video. So I think it's like 180 miles range, mixed kind of city off-road, and like 100 on the highway if you're just going like straight out on down the freeway. Pegs are pretty close to the seat. It's a very approachable bike, so the seat height is very low. You can get drop pegs and you can get a taller seat, so if you're a taller person, taller than me, you're probably gonna want that. Definitely feel like I'm leaned forward a little bit, which is not bad for the off-road riding position, but it's just weird how far the bars are. So it's running right now. And there is no shift lever and no clutch. Yeah. So I'm just, God, the quiet is unnerving. It's unnerving. No shifting. Wow, it's smooth though. Jeez, it's so weird. The brakes are linked. So you apply front brake and you give it a little rear and vice versa. And there's two forms of regeneration. The first is neutral regeneration, like engine braking, and the second is there's regeneration when you, oh my God, whoa, oh, I'm trying to shift it and I can't. It's like a scooter. There's also some regeneration that comes with the brakes, so you put power back into the power pack. Where's my guy? Where's my dude? His front tire feels really low. Interesting. Well, I like the sound. That's fun. Sounds like a speeder bike, dude. Sounds like a speeder bike. Here we go. All right, so the windscreen being all the way up doesn't help with the buffeting a ton. So, sorry, I got goggles on. You're gonna hear it. Oh my God, it's like a speeder bike for sure. The power is just, and I'm barely twisting the throttle. It's crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, that is unlike anything there is in the world of motorcycles. I mean, the torque numbers on these bikes are unbelievable. They are 10 times what you think they should be. It looks like a freaking typo every time you see it. Like the dirt bike has 500 foot-pounds of torque. It's crazy. That's a trip, dude. That's a trip. Oh man. I'm also curious about how the battery does. So I'm at 18%. Let's see how we do over this, I don't know, 15-minute ride. We'll see. They say it's 20, but we always end up going faster than that, so I don't know. Pretty weird not having a shift lever and a clutch. I was like trying to move it around to take a picture. I was like, how do you move it? You just push it. It doesn't, there's nothing holding it still when it's sitting on the kickstand, except the kickstand. Kind of interesting. I don't, oh my God. Dude, you can rip a freaking wheelie at 60 on this thing. I swear to God, man. Oh, I can feel the regeneration. Wow, that's cool, and it makes cool noises. Interesting. Yeah, it has a weird, when it turns into a corner, it's strange. It feels like the tire's flat, but I don't think that's what it is. I can turn that off, I guess. Warning, vehicle hold control active. Oh, interesting. So that keeps me from rolling down the hill. That's good. And then I give it throttle and it goes off. Yeah, it releases. Oh, oh, so they put it in off-road mode, which I assume there's some off-road traction control. Oh, the standing position is very comfortable. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh my God, dude. And the braking is like pretty good because it's the engine is slowing you down too, or at least the regenerative braking. There's magnets slowing you down in a way that doesn't happen on other bikes. God, I'm really curious how the suspension is. because on a bike this heavy, it's got to be pretty good, or else it's going to feel very sluggish. This trail has been chopped up. So this bike has those Pirelli Scorpions, my favorite stock tires on it. So we won't go too nuts, but oh, dude, you could do burnouts for days. Oh my God, so cool. Yeah, standing is super comfortable, actually. I'm really liking it. And there's a great little notch right above the foot pegs that you can stick your knees into, and that forces you to stick your toes in, pigeon toe it like you're supposed to, so you're not hooking them on stuff. There's some bumps. It's not bad. Okay, that was a little clunky. That was a little clunky. It's a heavy bike. Yeah, it is. So it's impossible to get forward if you're trying to like corner sitting down and shift your weight forward. You can't because there's a trunk in the way. So definitely, if you're going to ride aggressively, you're going to want to do it standing up, I feel like. Oh, yeah, okay, yep. And I don't know what the suspension's set at, or if it's even adjustable, but it does not like those big, heavy, hard hits at speed. It's definitely rattling. Now, part of that is just the clunkiness of the windscreen. You can hear it moving around, but the quietness. The only noise I hear is myself talking. Unbelievable. This would be so rad for just, like, because I go out in the woods to enjoy the peace and quiet. Like, I don't play music at camp or any of that bullshit. Oh my God, it's fast. And so just to be able to cruise, imagine just cruising through the woods by yourself in perfect silence. So is it going to be the most aggressive, sporty adventure bike on earth? I mean, probably not, because the suspension, I feel like, is probably the limitation. Speed-wise, it's crazy. Like, you could rocket ship down the straightaways. Minimal effort. It's like it wants to stay up, which is interesting because it doesn't have the gyroscopic force that a spinning motorcycle engine has. So it's interesting to feel it wanting to turn up. Yeah, that big tank trunk thing is really going to limit your like super aggressive off-road leaning over and stuff, but it is nice to be able to lean against it. It's pretty slick. Yeah, that traction control is interesting. Oh, I can lock up the rear, huh? Yeah, okay, I like that. Bro. Oh. This is fun, dude. God, I wish it had a 200-mile range. Like, and it kind of does for the kind of riding I do, but it takes so long to get there. And the problem isn't the range, it's how long it takes to recharge. So, you know, you got to take a break every 2 hours or whatever. Which, if you were doing like a leisurely BDR trip, like, I wouldn't be the first to do a BDR on one of these. Oops, I blew that corner badly. But, you know, I like to do multiple sections in a day, and you couldn't, so I just got 250 miles of range, or just like a hot swappable or super fast chargeable battery. Like, riding an electric motorcycle is awesome. It just has some drawbacks in terms of refueling and in terms of adventure riding. Now, for trail riding, especially with that new XE that's coming out, which I might get a chance to spend some time on soon, you know, it's the hot swappable battery, and you can ride all day on the trails. But the problem is when you have to get out on the road and cover a lot of distance, God, the speed, just the torque, the acceleration, it is insanely cool. It is trippy and awesome. And just the quiet, I can hear the gravel crunching under the tire. The wind. That is so cool. I would love it for casual adventures up to and including BDRs. It's not something I want to be doing the most aggressive off-roading on. Not that the weight is, so it's a lot heavier than even the heaviest bikes I've been on, and it just feels like those bikes. But you definitely, like, there's just a sluggishness to how fast it turns in and the maneuvering and stuff that comes with a heavier bike. You just feel it. It makes up for it with unlimited torque, so, you know, there's that. There's that. Yeah, wow. I'd like to get into some real technical stuff and see what the suspension does, but man, if you ever just need power to get out of something, you're gonna have zero problem getting more than you need immediately. So, oh, that was a big one. Yeah, you hear it? I don't know if that's the suspension bottoming. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's just the windscreen. I should have put it down to minimize that. Probably can. A little bit, not much. Ooh. Yeah, but if you just let it move under you, you can take most of that stuff. Hard to get a real sense for a bike on a ride this short, but I can tell you it's a very fun and unique experience. Oh, you can hear the regeneration. Listen, I don't know if you'll get, I don't know if the camera will get it. Oh, yeah, front brake right there was not smart. Whew, but it recovered me, so that's good. Yeah, when I pull in the front brake, I can hear the regeneration. Yeah, for sure. It smells like I thought it was I thought it was like an insect buzzing, but no, it's the bike regenerating. Wow. Okay, yeah. It is nice, especially like, because we go a lot up and down hills a lot, to know that going downhill, you're putting power back into the battery. Oh boy. Yeah, so in terms of loading the suspension and then goosing it to get the front end up over a bump like that, oh man, does it do it. This thing would be dangerous, get myself in trouble. For sure. Man should not have this much power. No, Dork should not have this much power. I'm sure there are men who can handle it. Yeah, it feels heavy. It feels like it does not want to lean into these corners. Like I'm pushing it over. It's not just going. That's where that sort of flat front tire feeling comes from. Yeah, there's working it there. Like it wants to stay upright. So it doesn't feel like super nimble and flickable at all. Definitely feels stable. Ooh, oh man, I just jumped that pothole. Holy dude. Oh, I just did it again. Oh, the front suspension bottomed so hard on the backside, but oh, I did it. Oh man, like a kid in a candy store. I love riding other people's bikes. Oh, the power though. If something like this kind of instant power on like a 300-pound bike, dude, yeah, I'm starting to think that front just may actually be flat. That's how, like, it just does not want to turn. I don't know. Probably shouldn't be doing all that shit then. Should I? Probably not. Well, we're almost to the end, so let's see. My front look good to you? Oh, it is flat. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. I was like, the front feels like it's flat. I figured out why. I was like, does it just feel really resistant to turning in? Nope, it has a flat tire. All right, you got it? Was it like that or did I do that? It felt like that when we took off. It's a 19-inch front. Okay, yeah, that's what it looks like. This will be a better experience to tell how it turns in. Oh man, it's definitely looser. The traction is. I had great traction on the flat tire. Yeah, this dash is like loose from being. Yeah, that's loose. So you're gonna hear some rattling, or I am. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, that feels a lot different. It does have a smaller front wheel than what I'm used to. So yeah, sorry Zero if you watch my video. I didn't know it was flat when I was doing all that stuff. That was fun, and on a good fully inflated front tire with decent traction, it would be even more fun. Oh, should I go up there on the street tire? It's a full-on street tire too. Like, no exaggeration there. I can't believe how well it handled flat. Oh, and the suspension on this one's way stiffer. That could be the tire. Yeah, okay, this leans over a lot easier. Yeah, that makes a big difference, having air in the tire, turns out. Who knew? It does feel like the feet are slightly behind you when you're sitting down. Not like to a crazy degree. I'm just used to them being slightly more forward. So it actually makes the knee position a little better, but it does feel cramped. So like I said, they make a taller seat and they make yeah, the suspension feels stiffer on this one, and they make lowered pegs. And I'm not even tall, I'm average height, and I think lowered pegs sound really good right about now. Oh, yeah, okay. The suspension on this is definitely adjusted differently, so I guess everything I said about that is also null and void because it can be adjusted out, but pretty cool to be able to just loft the front at will. I already forgot what motorcycles sound like. That surprised me. It reminds me of the DCT because, you know, no clutch. It's very much like, and you get used to really quickly this idea of like just not worrying about shifting and just rolling on the throttle and you go. It's interesting. I'm guessing we're not going to get any top speed runs with the flat tire on that bike, but that's okay. Ooh, the mirrors are actually useful. I don't say that very often. Let's see how balanced it is. Oh, exceptionally balanced. This is... Now, there's no way to put it in neutral and coast. You could turn off the regeneration, I suppose. But, wow, that is very easy to do. Not every bike is that easy to hold upright. The 390 is exceptionally well balanced like this. Oh, and the sound. You can't hardly hear it over the wind. But the whine? Oh, yeah, it's like a TIE fighter. Seriously, you could easily convince yourself you're on a speeder bike with this thing. The most speeder bike-like motorcycle I've ever ridden. I'll give you that. How was that for a review? So politics and the disadvantages of electric, which are obvious, aside, riding an electric motorcycle is a freaking blast, which is what I expected it to be, and why I think the trail bikes are going to be so fun, because they at least have the range and everything you need. It's a little bit of a stretch still for a true adventure bike to be something you could do a multi-day trip on, because of the limited range. If it was closer to 200 miles, consistently, maybe a little more, you could see it, you could do it, because you could ride for 3 hours or whatever, 4 hours on the off-road, and stop for the day and charge it up, or do the fast charger that gets you to 80% or whatever. And I don't know how all that works right now. I just know it's not the same as putting gas in your bike and immediately continuing on. So if those situations were rectified in some meaningful way, man, it'd be hard to say no to a bike like this. It is so fun on the street. Now, is it the most capable adventure bike? No. I mean, it's got a 19-inch front wheel, and it's kind of heavy. So I would say it's equivalent to like a multi-strada, that level of adventure bike. Like, you'll take it on some stuff, but you're not going to take it on the gnarliest stuff ever. Not this bike, at least, the DSRX. I haven't ridden the dual sports. I'd like to at some point, but see how the weight feels on those. But it is a fun experience and a great way to explore the forest, listening to all the sounds of the forest instead of the sounds of your exhaust. And some of the purists will hate on me for saying that it's fun, and that's fine. Go ahead. Nothing against gasoline, and we'll continue to use it, but it's neat that there are other options to explore, and it's fun to try new things. That's all I'm saying. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out the other test rides from the Touratech Rally here, and all the riding from the Touratech Rally, and also all the stuff I'm doing on the 390 Adventure. It's all going to be in the channel, so hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the notifications, and hey, throw a like in if you learned something, or even if you hated it. That punishes me in some way that is tangible, I guess. Just believe me. Just hit the button. Okay, awesome. Well, we're almost back to the festival, so thanks to Zero for the opportunity, thanks to Touratech for the rally, and thanks to all of you for watching. But for now, and as always, I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Forgot my own catchphrase. Oh, thank you.